Hi, my name is Rachel Felicetti, and I will be making a response video to Yan and Levi's professional development video interviews. I'm going to start with Levi. Levi, I really liked your video. One thing that I picked up on was how your supervisor talked about she needed that push to get out of her comfort zone. That was something that really resonated with me. I think that throughout my fieldwork experience, I needed a lot of encouragement and that push to help me learn and get out of my comfort zone in order to develop myself as a therapist. I also like how she talked about using evidence-based practice and reading up on the evidence to make sure that you're providing the best interventions, and also how that can affect your clinical reasoning. So if you're up to date on what works and what kind of treatments you should be doing, I think that really helps with your clinical reasoning and being able to decide what to do with your patients in the clinic. For Yan, I also really liked your interview. I thought that it was very comprehensive, and I think you got into a lot of good topics. One thing that I picked up on was how you discussed mentorship. I think this is something that's so important, especially as a new therapist or a new grad going into the field. I think that it's so important to have a mentor and somebody that you can kind of go to when you need help or you have questions, or somebody that can kind of help you develop yourself along the way. I like how she talked about going to an inpatient rehab setting as one of her first jobs. I think that's what she said. I kind of thought about this too, since my fieldwork was in inpatient rehab. I found that it was a great place to kind of get those basic skills and be able to see a lot of different things, and I think that's a good way to start. It's a good starting place to develop yourself and gain that clinical reasoning skill. I also think that there's a lot of opportunities to interact with other therapists when you're in a inpatient rehab setting, especially at a bigger hospital. But if you do something like home care or early intervention where you're out in the community, then you don't have really that opportunity to, not as much of an opportunity to get a mentor and have an interaction with other therapists in order to develop your clinical reasoning, which might limit you as a therapist in the beginning. Yeah, that's it. So nice job, guys.